Hi guys, welcome back to my vegan kitchen. I've got an oldie but a goodie today, and I've got a recipe too. So this is a revisitation of my Payday vegan dupes, or vegan Payday dupes. This recipe is so good it warrants being done a second time, and I have a little bit easier way to do it this time. So let's just get started. You've got to have, well, first disclaimer, you've got to have a food processor or like a high-speed blender, but I don't recommend doing it in the blender because you're going to have to stop a lot and scrape down the sides. This one is definitely a food processor recipe, or like one of those like Cuisinart choppers, maybe something like that, or a small food processor. You're going to need fresh Medjool dates. These things are little powerhouses of nutrition. I was just looking on Google, and one story said if you eat like 4 to 5 of these a day, you don't have to take a vitamin tablet, you know, like one a day, because it's all in here, baby. Well, I'm sure that's not completely true, but there's a lot of stuff in here that's super good for you. If you don't believe me, just type into Google, "Are Medjool dates good for me?" and you'll come up with a whole listing of reasons why you should be eating these. Another reason why you should be eating these is you shouldn't be eating processed candy. Number one, most of it is not vegan, and number two, there's like nothing good in there for you. There's like no fiber. The best part of these dates is that they are full of fiber, and these are sweet, yes, but they have so much fiber in them that they're not going to spike your blood sugar, because anytime sugar attaches itself to fiber like this naturally, like in fruit, it won't spike your blood sugar. So I'm doubling my recipe because these things don't hang around long in my family. Everybody wants to eat these all the time. So I've got 20 Medjool dates in here. I just buy the big tub of them at Sam's Club, and it's pretty reasonable. It's like $7 or $8 for the big tub, and this probably lasts for like 3 batches, maybe almost 3 batches. There's very few ingredients in this too, so it's nice. Got my Medjools. I'm going to be putting in some liquid stevia. You probably don't even need this, but I find that it tastes like just a little bit better. So we're going to do 20 drops. I'm just going to put in like 2/3 of a dropper full. That's how much I usually put in. I'm embarrassed to say that I have this imitation Jenksy vanilla, but it's all they had. They didn't have any regular vanilla when I went shopping, so I had to get this one. So I'm suffering for a while till I use this up. You see, it's going to be quite a while. But what are you going to do? First, I'm going to put in my coconut oil, though, because I don't want to dirty the vanilla and then put it in, dirty the coconut oil with the vanilla. So we're doing 2 tablespoons, of the coconut oil. Ooh, it's a little bit chilly in here. Otherwise, this would have been like see-through, because this is pretty much depending on the room temperature. It's much easier to scoop that out and measure it when it's liquid. So we're going to put in a tablespoon of the fake vanilla. And then we're going to do some peanut butter. This is going to taste so much like a Payday, and so not like, it won't make you feel bad afterwards. You're not going to want to have them, the regular ones from the store anymore, because these are that good. I hate cleaning the measuring cup, so I'm just going to guesstimate that is like 1/4 of a cup of peanut butter. Who likes cleaning the measuring cup out? Raise your hand. I don't. I did not raise my hand. Alright, so that's all of the ingredients except for the peanuts, the whole peanuts, the roasted peanuts for the Paydays. And we're going to make this a little fancy. We're going to add some melted dark chocolate on the top too, just because we're feeling extra fancy. So let's go over to the food processor. Alright, so we just had an embarrassing real life moment here. I had all this stuff in my food processor, and I plopped it down on the base, and the blade popped up, and it was a little bit of a disaster, but we averted it. It's okay. Alright, so like I said, you're going to need the food processor. You need the real deal. So I'm not going to pulse this because that's not enough. We're just going to put this on full speed ahead and let it do its thing until it's going around in a ball. That's when you know it's done. Check it, look at it, make sure there's no pieces. We want this as smooth as a baby's buttock. We don't want any chunkies in here, so let's get right to it. Okay. So now you can see it's kind of like in the ball stage, and it's nice and smooth. I don't see any big pieces except for right here, which I will take care of. Perfect. So now what we're going to do is we're going to scoop this out into a bowl. All right, so this is what we're left with, a bowl of amazing goodness, and we're going to add some even more goodness to it. We're going to put in about a cup of dry roasted peanuts, and these have sea salt on them. I'm going to put like just a tiny bit more. All right, so what we're going to do, I like to use a rice paddle for this. You don't have to worry too much because of the coconut oil in there. This isn't really going to stick to anything, except the peanuts are going to stick to it. So what you kind of want to do is work the peanuts into this. What I used to do is I used to roll the balls of the mixture in the peanuts, but you know what? It's all going to the same place anyway. Why take all that time and effort and then have the peanuts fall off when you could just shove it into the middle of this like Blobby from Hotel Transylvania. So as soon as I get this all mixed up, which isn't going to take very long at all, I'm going to start shaping my bars. You don't have to make these into any particular shape. You could do little balls. You could do bars. So like I usually use a scoop, but it's probably like about that much. So like you could do a ball. Oops, I lost a peanut. Just shove it back in there. I'm going to do a bar for this one. So I'm going to get all of my bars shaped on this plate. And since it's got the coconut oil in there, you know when you put it in the fridge or the freezer, it's going to harden up, which is exactly what we want. So let me get all these onto the plate and in the fridge, and then we'll be ready for the next step. All right, guys, we're back. This has been sitting in the fridge for a couple hours.
They look good.
Thank you. I have my little bar shapes. Now, somebody, I made these a while back, and somebody wanted me to do a tutorial on those with the shortbread on the bottom. Just use my shortbread recipe and make...
You gonna link it down below?
I will. You can make whatever style you want. If you want round, if you want oblong, if you want square, whatever, and just put these on top. Also, I just had an idea when I was picking up Sean. You could use vanilla or Nilla wafers. I believe those are accidentally vegan. And just make a round shape and plop the this part on top of the Nilla wafer, right? Mm-hmm. So now we're taking it over the top. And I just melted some chocolate in the microwave. If you're not good at melting chocolate in the microwave, and you have to be very careful, because if you burn chocolate, what does it turn into?
Dirt. There's no going back.
There's no going back. So this was just about a half a cup of vegan chocolate chips at 49 seconds, I believe it was. And I mixed it. And now this is going on the cold bars. And I'm going to pop this back in the fridge for just a, 10-15 minutes or so. Or maybe I'll just leave it and we'll do the tasting for dessert tonight, because we're actually eating these for dessert. It's so simple, guys. This recipe is just so easy to do. The only little tricky thing is you got to have a food processor,
right?
But I guarantee you there's not going to be anybody who would say these suck. These are good. They're really, really good. So I guess we'll see you at dessert. All right, well, there they are in all their glory. One might call them turtles.
They're gorgeous.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness.
These are right out of the fridge. You could also put these in the freezer.
Mm-hmm. This is going to be
But I would let them thaw out before you consume them.
Yeah, you don't want to break a tooth.
No.
Oh my god! That is pure heaven.
That reaction never gets old.
It's so good. It's so good.
It doesn't suck.
I love this. I could eat this every night for dessert.
I cannot recommend these highly enough.
Mm-hmm.
So
and you don't
simple.
have to feel guilty about it.
No.
Because it's dates.
Right.
Go on a date with dates.
Whoa! There you go.
I just can't stop eating it. Like, go away.
Well, I have to go away anyway, so take it away.
So thank you all so much for watching. Please, please, please try these out because you will not regret it. So delicious. So send us a picture if you do make them because we love to see that. Leave a comment down below.
Mm-hmm.
And stay safe.
Turtles.
Yes. So until next time, much love.